A shout out to Ge.Holla and
Hey, GeHolla, G.Holla.
Ge.Holla. Shout me to God here, man.
All y'all said entertainer, shout out my guy Ge.Holla.
Rocking right now with Ge.Holla.
Thank you so much.
Shout out to Ge.Holla reaching 1 million listeners on his podcast.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, man. We find some of the coolest people that have ever existed. You know what I'm saying? This young man so cool, he cool than the other side of the pillow. You know what I'm talking about? When you're laying down and you just need that extra coolness to hit you, you just slip that pillow over there. This young man right here. When you understand, he got some good game, some good wisdom, some good knowledge that's going to educate, that's going to illuminate, you know what I'm saying, your life. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show. You know what I'm saying? It's the King. And the South we say King. It's the King. You know what I'm saying? Sir, we're gonna knight him this afternoon. Therron. What's happening with you, my brother?
I'm originally from Newark, New Jersey. Left when I was 18, did the little military thing, came home, stayed in Jersey for another, 99, about another 3 years. Then I ended up moving to Delaware, and then that was a whole lifetime. Actually, I stayed there 17 years. So I went from military to child care. Used to do in-home child care. Then ended up owning the child care child care center for a while, and I got into the acting thing, I think, around 2011, 2012. Yeah, end of 2011, 2012. And I've been running ever since. And this was not, on the radar. This wasn't my dream. This wasn't what I envisioned I would be doing. None of that. But I guess it was my calling.
Hey, I like that. Thank you for sharing with us, too, because that makes sense. A lot of us, I'm going to use a Bible reference I quote sometimes. When we talk about the whole thing of Job, like when God was like, go do this, and Job was like, nah, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was going to escape. Got caught up in whatever it is, the well or whatever fish. It's kind of like you give a good game reminiscence of that. You never know. You thinking your life is headed one way, then you end up doing something else. And it works out for you. You know you went through your trials and your errors, but yet it's still you still end up where you were supposed to,
Absolutely. Still going through trials and errors, even in the midst of it. I mean, I've done a lot now, but it's still trial and errors. It's who you deal with, who you associate with. You can't say yes to everything, especially at this point. So you figure been doing it now 13 years. I'm in close to 60 movies or films or commercials. So yeah, I'm to that point now where I got to be real selective on. It used to be yes, because I was trying to get it. I'm trying to get them numbers up, trying to get, but now got to be more selective because I'm a brand now. So I can't mess up my brand by doing crazy stuff.
That is true. What's some of your favorite productions, movies, and commercials and things of that nature that you really enjoy doing?
Well, my first lead motion picture role is called Under His Control. It's written and directed by Andre Harris. That I have to say is one of my favorite roles because that's my first lead role. That got me to being I made it up to number 2 most hated on Tubi TV. So that's gonna always be my favorite role because that's the one that kind of got me a little recognition. But let me see. I got another one that I did not want to do the role because I'm so used to being the villain, and I'm used to kicking in doors and shooting and whatnot. And a producer told me he was tired of seeing me play roles like that. I'm like, that's what I do. He made me, he specifically wrote a script for me to be mentally disabled. And I'm like, I didn't want to do that. I'm like, I said, all right. But the crazy part is at the time, I was taking care of somebody with Down syndrome. So I was around somebody mentally disabled 24 hours a day. So when I got the script, which it wasn't a lot of words, you know, so that's another thing that killed me. I'm like, I'm barely talking. So everything was physical and eyes. You know, I said a couple of words, but by me taking care of somebody disabled, I knew all the nuances of them. I knew the whole, you know, never really making eye contact, like looking past you, and the fingers that never really stop moving, and the rocking and the blurting out. And, you know, I put it together, and, you know, I did it. You know, I said, all right, I'm a professional, I'm gonna do it. I did it, but the reception of it was crazy. Keith David from Greenleaf, you know, Keith David, the pastor of Greenleaf, he hit me on when I had Twitter years ago and was like, I did a great job. Somebody from Tyler Perry's camp at the time was like, I know you're not mentally disabled, but you did a great job. And anybody who I, you know, showed the film, because it was only like a 20-minute film. That's what I'm like, it's really shocking because it wasn't like it was no long drawn out film. It was only like 20 minutes, but the impact that it made was crazy because everybody like, I don't care what actor's reel you do, you always make sure you put a clip of this in it. I said, all right. So, I mean, I guess, you know, yeah, I made it do what it do for that portion of it. But, yeah, so that became one of my favorite roles because it was a shock. It was a shock. It got so well received, but I guess it was so far from the norm of what I usually do. You know, everybody was like, yeah, I can't play somebody other than, you know, a villain. I played a pastor twice because luckily, you know, since I can hold a little tune, I can, you know, I make it believable. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a deacon way back when, so it's not like I'm not familiar, but, you know, it's just, you know, I just make it do what it do when I have to. I'm a movie head. You gotta give me a genre, like, cause I mean, I got horror, I mean, Training Day. That's always gonna be one of my favorites. I mean, that's, you know, if you talk about dramatic, Training Day. Horror, I don't like Michael Myers. I mean, I do, but I ain't like Michael Myers since I was a kid. Like, I'm grown and I still don't like Michael Myers. But I have to say him as far as the series because, you know, that's the first person scared the hell out of me. So Michael Myers, any Halloweens, like Halloween H2O, that's one of my favorites. So we got Denzel, we got Halloween. I mean, it's a lot, bro. It's really a lot. Just depends on the genre, like the Temptations, of course, the Five Heartbeats. You know, you got our classic staples that, you know, we all like because them the ones we came up on. Color Purple, you know. So, you know, the obvious choices most of the time. No, and the crazy part is, I never went to acting school. I never went to class. I want to now because I just want to see, you know, because if I'm able to get this far without any training at all, I'm like, let me go see what these classes is about. No, it's just they give me the script and I ask them, okay, what are you looking for in this particular character? How do you envision this character? And when they tell me, I just do it. It's crazy because I don't want to say like people, you know, they make it like you got to get so deep into it because some people do. Like when I did Under His Control, I was playing an abusive husband, but I was psychologically abusive. That's not, you know, that's the opposite of everything I play is really the opposite of my personality. But he's like, so what did you have to do, you know, to get in that frame of mind? I was like, I just needed to know the script and then know what you want from me. And, you know, I give it to you the way I think you want it. And if I need to make any corrections, I'm sure you correct me. But I guess I played my part on it because I'm getting drugged. I'm getting drugged on every social media. My character Corey, like a lot of my people's like if they're in one of those Tubi chats and the movie come up and they start on me already. I'd have left his ass and da da da, and it's based off a true story, unfortunately. But yeah, and that I've never been formally trained. It's all just been like, I hate to say natural because it sounds like you're being conceited, but I've never been trained. So I just, you give me the character, and once you tell me what you want, I do my best to give you that. And if I need any instruction or any changes that I need to adjust or anything, they just let me know. But I've been doing pretty well. And like I said, I usually get the villain. So I mean, I'm used to doing that, but I'm not the same villain, so I don't feel typecasted. I'm the bad guy, but I've been crooked lawyer, crooked cop, federal agent, uh, office boss, lawyer. So I've had a vast array of crooked characters, but I'm usually the bad guy.
Well, I even heard one person say this before. It was like, black people, we've been through so much in life. It ain't nothing for us to switch characters because you got to be one way this way, you got to be one way that way around different people. So you kind of already adapt those skills just to make it,
Exactly. It's just I'm gonna say the words you want me to say with it now.
I like that. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
Thank you.
Now, currently, what you working on right now? You got some new projects? Can you tell us about something, or you promoting something? Bring us up to date.
All right. First, the newest project I have is a movie called Karma. It's written by Sean McDonald, and Ramsey Hill is the director and the one who cast me. It's an urban type film, and I'm playing Mr. Jones. I'm used to be a street cat, but now I've turned into a business, but I'm still dabbling in the streets. But I'm a peaceful guy, so I don't like confrontation and things like that. And I ended up actually casting a lot of a lot of people that's in the movie. So I usually end up doing that anyway because I work with so many different actors and actresses because we actually have a series that got picked up by Amazon Prime and Apple TV and a couple of others called Atlanta's Ugly 2.0. And that's a series that my partner and I've been a writer and a character on it now for about 2 years, but the show has actually been able to be viewed, I believe, 7. So that's why we called it 2.0. And we're working on 2.1 now because 2.0 separates, where it was to where it is now. And, where I became a writer. So it kind of denotes, the change. But I believe I've casted over 100 actors and actresses between the show and other movies, that I've been in, and then to ask my opinion on, who I feel as though will work for the role. So yeah, I've been working with a lot of people, and I'm finally completing we have our own movie as a collaboration, and I basically wrote this one on my own. So I'm excited to see how it gets received. So I 100% wrote this one, alone. And this is I wanted to get away from the urban dynamic for a minute. So this one is actually about a Caucasian doctor. He's married to an African American woman. She has double kidney failure, and he can get her on that donors list. They have all that money and all that position, didn't do anything. So since he can't get on the donors list, he kind of loses it and ends up being a serial killer per se, because he ended up killing one girl trying to match kidneys and it didn't work, and then went on to another one. Once you do it 2 or 3 times the same way, you consider a serial killer, and just going through the motions with that. But yeah, hopefully I should be finished that by the end of this week, and we're gonna get to filming that probably the following week. Actually, I play a detective in that one. I didn't really want the killer role. I wanted something different. So I'm playing a good detective, not a not a bad guy.
I like that about you, man. I'm just to even check you out on your IMDb credits. You know, you go all the way back on here to 2012 with the Mysterious Prison playing Bruce, man. You know, just looking at your resume, you are so dynamic and multi-talented. Like you could be put in any position and within arts and entertainment and thrive. That lets us know that, like you spoke of earlier in your life, that there's something divine inside of you that was meant for you to come here to show us that you could be from New Jersey, you know what I'm saying? New Jerusalem, they used to call it back in the day. And you could go to different places like Delaware and you could still make things happen because Hollywood is everywhere you are. You know, like you know now, we're on the independent grind. You ain't got to go to California. You can start your own thing. I think you're very inspirational.
Absolutely. I was talking to my my martial art grandmaster last night. I haven't spoken to him in probably 10 years, and they're actually dedicating the block that our martial arts school was on from when I was a kid. They dedicating the block to him, so they're changing the name from Myrtle Avenue to Grandmaster Floyd Avenue. So I called him to congratulate him on that because coming from Newark, New Jersey, it's only a couple of us left. I was talking to a couple of my friends, the ones who still remain. I said, we made it through a lot of eras, brother. We made it through the stolen car era. We made it through the crack era, the coke era, the strong arm robbery era. I said, we still here. That's what I said. It's a lot to make it out of Newark and be in your 50s, because I know a lot of my friends didn't make it to their 20s before, it was over. So definitely grateful and blessed. And to be doing what I'm doing now, that was unheard of. Like, there's no way I could fathom that I would start acting at 38, and here I am at 51, writing and directing and doing things like that. There's no way you could have told me that when I was a kid.
That's right. God did. You know what I'm saying? Because even look at the lady, she was in the Black Panther movie. She just passed away too. She ain't started till she was like, what, 70, 80 or something like that?
And one of the most well-known faces. At least she got to experience it. See what I'm saying? I mean, it was a long time, but you got to experience what it was like to be a celebrity.
Yeah. That's why I always say, my personal opinion, don't give up. Don't let somebody else tell you something that's not possible. Like, even if it's going to sound crazy and just don't even unrealistic, continue your dream. That's why it's a
absolutely
dream.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, they told me the first movie I acted in, the guy told me what did he say? I ain't gonna say his name. He said you ain't no actor. You keep making the same facial expressions. And I'm saying to myself, you called me. I'm not no actor, but I didn't say it. But I'm saying to myself, I ain't asked to come in. You called me. But I took the new route. I was like, you know what? I can show you better than I can tell you. So, that particular film didn't come out. That actually had Terrence Howard in it, and I played an assassin for him, but it didn't materialize. Something happened, in the background. It never came out. But I got bit by the bug then, so I started hustling. I mean, if I could hustle whatever else, I can hustle myself. And I started being in everybody movie. It's like, what are you saying to these people to get in all these movies? Don't worry about it. Long as you see me in them, that's good. And the same guy who told me that I'm not an actor, you make the same face, these same facial expressions is what got me in all these movies. So now, 3 years later, I'm probably 17, 18 movies in, he calls me. So I'm like, what's going on, brother? He's like, hey. He was like, I got a movie for you. He was like, it's called X, Y, and Z. I want you to play this character. I'm going to send you the script. So now it's my turn now. I'm like, well, hold on. I said, send me the synopsis of the movie. Tell me the time frame. Let me know. I'll let you know if this is a character I want to play, if I'm available, if my schedule is free. I knew I wasn't going to work with him, but just the fact that you was the main one on the first thing. You could have broke me as an actor before I even started because you were the one who called me and then you told me that I couldn't act. But now 3 years later, you calling me because you know I'll make your picture better. I'll make your movie what it need to be. And, you know, I was petty. I took him through the motions like I really was going to work with him. But when I hung up, I knew I wasn't going to call him back. I knew I wasn't going to work with him, but it was just sometimes living well is the best revenge. I didn't even have to say anything. I didn't have to say, nah, you told me I couldn't. Nah, I ain't say nothing. Just listening to you hold on to every word I say because you want me to be in your movie, and I know that was good enough for me.
Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all over me. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, Mike Jones said it best.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, good brother, what's your social media? How we get in contact with you? How we reach out and touch?
My name is Therron Dumas. What's is it? Therron Dumas X? Yeah, it is. It's Therron Dumas X. So my first name, THERRO, N is in Nancy, Dumas is DUMAS, and the word X. And I think my Facebook is my name, same thing, Therron Dumas. And my, what is the other thing now? TikTok. I think that's actor Dumas as well. Yeah, everything is my regular name. I don't got no stage name. I said my name weird enough, so can't mistake me. I said, you guys excuse me, I'm trying to change my look because God bless me that I get filmed so fast, but I kind of look the same in them because I get them quick. So I'm growing now. I'm looking like Grady from Sanford and Son because I'm trying to grow hair and change my look for the next, movie or two. And I'm looking, is it Grady or is it? Shoot, I'm like Rod's father from What's Happening, but we gonna make it work. We gonna make it work. I said I let this salt and pepper come through so I can get, play this next role. It fits. Once I throw the suit on and I get the line up. But I said right now, boy, I'm like, I look like Grady. But other than that.
It's all good. Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, what's up with that Bad Boy 5? We got a new actor for you.
It's Martin Lawrence from Life. That is what it is. Wow, you right. I'm like, damn, this face look familiar other than it being mine. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Hey man, you super cool, man. You super dope, man. You got any words of wisdom for the youth of anybody out there, man? They may be seeking some light, and you might be that light they need.
Absolutely. If your dream is to be an actor, no matter what anybody says, do your thing. I always tell people the big name movies, they sound good when you say them to somebody, but for me, in my opinion, to get the experience you need, to get the camera time, to learn what it's like to have those long days, to know what it's like to get a script and have to know it and the pressure behind it, I always say go with independent because if you want to be in a movie just to say you're in a movie, okay, I was an Iron Man, but you the guy in the crowd that you got to pause it to be seen? Or do you want to be in a quality independent film when you're actually a character, you actually can speak, you actually can act and develop your craft? So I always choose, I would say, well, I would rather be in an independent film because just luckily for me, I've never been an extra. I've been an extra one time and it was voluntarily because I came in kind of spoiled. I came in talking and so I never knew what it was like to be an extra. So I was like, well, I want to see what this is like. So I was an extra on I can't remember the political drama that they used to film in Maryland that Kevin Spacey was the lead of it. But I had already did like 8 movies and I did that, just to see what it was like. I got there 9 in the morning. I think we went from one room to another till about 7 o'clock that night. So what we did all day was ate food and drank. And then about 8 o'clock, I was the man walking past the diner, and then I was the man sitting in the diner. I said, okay, I got it out my system. I don't never want to do this again, But I tell people, you can't. Extras are important. Extras, don't get me wrong. Extras are just as important as the main characters, because I can be a main character if I'm a football player and I'm playing in a game, but the stands are empty. That shows you how important the extras are. You can't have a basketball game, a football game, a war. You can't have any of that stuff without the complete package. So I never let people put extras down because they're needed. I'm sorry, they're needed. There's no way you can really, any movie, to keep it realistic, you got to have extras. You can't just have main characters. Even that's all I can say. Extras are just as important as the main characters. Even not talking. You in a restaurant, if you don't got waiters and waitresses walking around, you don't got other people in there eating, they're not saying a word, but they're just as important. Remove all of them and see how interesting the movie is. Make a movie with not one extra, and let's see how it turns out and how interesting it is. But like I said, I agree. Keep going. Just keep pushing. That's about it. I could have got broke, like I said, my first movie, because it aggravated the hell out of me when he said it. And I'm like, hey, you gotta do this. I'm like, I could have been on some Let's Go, but I said, all right, let me go ahead and show dude. So now, that was, like I said, I probably was in around, I don't know, 10 movies at that time. So now I'm 45 movies later. I'd never seen anything you've ever put out in all these years. And now I'm on the flip side of the camera, and I'm actually about to release a movie on my own now. So, how the tables turn, but it is what it is, though.
Hey, man, that's a divine number of 50, because you think about it, like you mentioned earlier, you were saying you're 50, you're almost 50 movies in, and like, you know what I'm saying? It's like God working mysterious ways, or ways that we don't know that they working, man. That's crazy. When you really sit back and look at it, like, wow, 50 is definitely your number.
I do that. I look and I get on my IMDb and I start scrolling. I'm like, this is crazy. I was like, wow. But I said, I am definitely thanking God every day. And because I'm to the point now, I don't even really audition like that. Like, I can almost reach out. And then it's personality sometimes too, because I done reached out to people and just been like, I know you got something you want me to be in. What is it? I'm joking, hopefully. But a lot of times it's like, you know what? I do got a role for you. And I've been in people's inboxes and whatnot. Like, I saw a couple of your movies. I'd love to work with you now or in the near future. And, I see the movie is wrapped. It's like, wait a minute. I got a detective role you can play. I got a such and such you can play. And it's just always been, it's been like that. And, I've heard no before. I'm like, it's funny because I hear so many years, and when they say no, I'm like, no. It's weird. But it's like, I get no's too. Because, I can't play every character. They looking for somebody 6 feet, bald head, and light skin. What, I'm going to get mad? I'm like, I'm 5'9". Shoot, I ain't gonna even say the number I weigh now. I feel like a WWF wrestler, but I'm not playing that slim dude. Shoot, that ain't me right now. I'm team big boy, so at least for now. But I don't know. My man got a mixed martial art movie coming out soon. I said, now if he give me a role in that, I got to do what I got to do. I ain't gonna be the chubby fighter and whatnot. So we'll see.
Hey, that's all right. The ladies be like teddy bear season. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
called me too. I'm like, I'm a grizzly. You call me no teddy bear. It's a grizzly bear from Newark, New Jersey. No teddy bear. Oh man.
I don't blame you, yeah, because you know them Diddy party comments out there. So I'm with you.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna even comment that. Yeah, nah, they can go. They can keep that.
For real.
Instead of take that. Now keep that. Now I'm good. And it's crazy because I be getting what is that called? Everybody's supposed to be in there like that club that everybody was Illuminati. I'm getting offers for that in my inbox and whatnot. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Nah. Like 2 a month. I'm like, nah. I'm good. Tell people I don't gotta have, when they say fame or fortune. I'd rather the fortune. You know what I'm saying? The fame is what gets you hemmed up because everybody knows you. Everybody, nah, I'm good. I can be that. Like right now, I say I'm snap finger famous. So people are like, damn, I know you from somewhere. Look, long as my bank account start growing like I wanted to, I'll be snap finger famous is fine. And I'm not used to that because all these roles I play, I'm shy. So I don't really like being the center of attention, and I don't really like people, recognizing me. Now the sun want to set on me now. I like people recognizing me like that. I was in Eagles, and I could tell a couple was talking about me the way he approached me. He was like, "Hey man, what movie you in?" And she was like, "Didn't I tell you he ain't in?" I was like, "The one that's trending now is Love and Deceit." But you got that, then you got I said the one that's trending now is Under His Control. But I was like, you got Love and Deceit coming in second, and I got like another 4 or 5 on Tubi and Amazon Prime. She was like, "You serious?" I was like, "Yeah." And he looked at her and rolled his eyes and walked away and looked at me and gave me the hands up. I was like, "City boys up tonight, bro." But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I said, "No, I'm good. I'm good. If nobody ever recognizes me, I'm not worried about being known like that." My cousin played Big Mike in The Blind Side, and I look at him when we get family reunions and whatnot. I'm like, we go up to get food, and then as soon as one person recognizes him, and they want to take pictures, but then everybody else start, and he's standing there holding his plate. I'm like, I'll be at the table, bro. I'm good. We're in a movie called Jason's Letter together. So it's me, him, had a couple of people, Vivica Fox, Brian Hooks, Robert Lasardo. So, these are names. And I went and picked them up from the hotel. So me, him, and Robert Lasardo. Robert Lasardo is he'd have been everything, but I think that the last thing Law and Order SVU, he's the bald-headed Hispanic guy with the goatee and the tattoos everywhere. Yeah. So they both, so my cousin gets in the elevator first, then I get in, and we was waiting for Robert Lasardo to come too, because I just came to get him from the hotel so we can go to the set. So we in the elevator, so I already see everybody, because Quentin is like, I don't know, 6'8", 6'9". So everybody already looking at him and tapping each other, trying to figure out, is that him from The Blind Side? And then as the elevator door closing, Rob Lasardo walks in. He got one of the most familiar faces, but it's just a lot of people don't know his name. So they looking and whatnot and going back and forth and looking at me. I'm like, I ain't as popular as them. It's okay. So it's crazy, but I'd rather the fortune. I mean, fame is cool for some people, but you don't got to know me. I'm good. No, look, but no, when we got down to that Range Rover, that was mine. Y'all knew them. This Range Rover mine. So it's all good. Well, yeah, man, I'm just enjoying the ride, brother.
Hey, no, you're right. I looked at this documentary recently about with Michael Jackson. Man, you know, as famous as he was, and he couldn't even go outside, man, just sit at the mall. He couldn't even just ride down the street with the window down.
Miserable. You'd like to be that popular, have all that money, and have you can do whatever you want, but you can't do whatever you want. It's no way. Will Smith just said something about happiness. He was like, you have to create your own happiness because he's to the point where he's got the money, he's got the houses, got the clothes, got the cars, got the jewelry. At one time, had the women. When you've gotten everything that your heart desires, he was like, what's left? He said the happiness still comes from inside you because now you have nothing to strive for. When you got the ability to wake up and go buy whatever you want, you got the ability to go vacation wherever you want, whenever you want. It's like it's nothing left. You know what I'm saying? You still have to create your own happiness eventually because it's an end to it all. Most people don't reach it, but a lot of people, once you got, that's why so many super rich people still miserable, still committing suicide. And us who don't got money like that is, man, if I had that money, please. That's what Biggie say, more money, more problems, though, because you get money, then you get new friends, you get new family. Now you got trust issues because do they want you for you? Do they want you for your money? Do they want to be around you because of what you can do for them? So it's like, it's true. Now, I done came into a little bit of money over the years, and you can see it. It's at friends who was friends, not no more because they feel as though you looking at them a certain way. It's like, no, I'm not, They think you changed. No, but my situation changed. I'm not complaining about these bills no more like I used to. So you don't feel as though be the same no more. It's like, no, it's not that. It's just, I'm just in a position where I'm comfortable. You can't be upset because of that. And then that comes and goes because please, shoot, I'm paying bills now, waiting for the next bill to show up. So it ain't, it ain't all, lights, camera, action all the time. I still got bills. I still got to work. I still got to do all of that. I'm not getting $20 million movies yet. Now, when I do, now that's something different. But now I'm a working actor, and working means I'm working when I'm not acting.
That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
That's right. Hey, man, you're a solid, cool brother. I can't hold you too much longer. I know you got things to do. Anything I missed during the interview you want to talk about to the people?
Nah, brother, you covered everything. I said, look, I don't usually do this much talking. You did good because I'll be sitting there clammed up. But it's all good. Now you cover, we done covered everything. Everybody know I'm from New Jersey now. No, I'm down here in the ATL area trying to do my thing. And like I said, when my first movie dropped, it's called Organs with a Z though. It's ORGANZ. So you'll see in the Savary Films and Entertainment, then you'll see it in conjunction with Black Royal Family Entertainment. So that's our first foray, because we've been doing the series for a couple of years now, but this is our first foray and doing a feature film. So I'm waiting to see what this is received. I'm trying to see where this gonna be at on the charts and whatnot. But we got a good 4 or 5 in the lineup. So 2024, we definitely pushing hard.
Hey man, I salute that, man. I appreciate you. You dope. You amazing. You know what I'm saying? You're a good brother, man. We a good light too for us to see. Good lighthouse, good light of the world, so we can get a good understanding about who we are from your own reflections. You come from where we come from, and you didn't complain about what you had to do. You just got to it. It made you almost 50 movies at 50, man. All of that is dope to me. A lot of
Thank
times
you.
people always looking at these Grammys and these award shows, but in life, man, you are the award. You are the show. You know what I'm saying? You are the example of what we could be and more. So we appreciate brothers like you.
I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. My name is Therron Dumas, actor, writer, director, vocalist, and I'm on My Celebrity Life with my man Ge.Holla. So 7 movies. I'm gonna start from being younger. Since I'm in the martial arts, I got to go with the 5 deadly venoms. That's one. They got to come. As I get older, let's see. Halloween, I gotta get his Joker his credit. Let me see. Color Purple. Is it the Temptations or the Five Heartbeats? I'm gonna go with the Temps. The Temptations. I'm gonna go with Training Day. Comedy, I got to go with Bridesmaids. And one last one. Yeah, I'm gonna throw mine in. So Under His Control. I got to take mine with me. So that's my 7.